Y'all, I'm worried. The number one reason why I am worried is because I do not know if the chemistry between Colin and Penelope is there. Oh, yay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call it as it is. I know there are so many Colin stans out there, and I hope that this season proves me wrong. You can do it! Because right now, after watching this preview, am I excited? Absolutely. But I'm just a little worried. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real on my channel, y'all. I gotta keep it real. The chemistry in this preview to me, like, yes, we had this one scene with the hands. You know, are we friends? That whole scene, lovely. I love the hands. But something about season 2, man, something about the season 2 with the hands, nothing just beats that. Guys, what I did was I compared season 2's trailer with season 3's trailer today. Something about the season 2 trailer was just gave me so much more between these characters. I really, really hope they do not ruin Eloise for me. I have always loved Eloise. Loved her. I mean, yeah, in season 2, she really, at the end of that freaking season, yeah, she let Penelope have it. So obviously this next season, it's going to be a lot of, tumultuous waters that I think we're really going to have to navigate. I also, for pretense, for people who don't know, I have never read the books. I do not know anything. So I really am going into this season completely fresh, like I have with every other season. This friendship, I mean, in this preview, we see her talking with Penelope's like arch enemy. What's her name? I even forget her name, but she's like always has made fun of her, is always the kind of person that Eloise has never wanted to be like, ever hang out with, hates that kind of person. So the fact that from this preview, it just seems like she's hanging out with her, like just to give it to Penelope for like what she did to her. I mean, girl. That is a lot. It is awful. So I am just hoping that they are not going to ruin Eloise for me in this season. I really hope they get to figure it out, because whatever I saw in this little preview, I was not about. I feel like this season, Bridgerton is normally is like about a Bridgerton, right? And this is going to be the first season where I feel like a Bridgerton is not the like lead. Like, yeah, Colin is going to be at the forefront of the story, absolutely, because he is a love interest. But it seems like this season is going to be more about Penelope more than anything than it is about Colin. Like, yeah, Colin's going to realize that he's, in love with her and all of this. Obviously, that's where this trope is, friends to lovers kind of thing. But at the same time, I just feel like I wish it was more about Colin, because Bridgerton is supposed to be about a Bridgerton. Now, granted, I don't know if in the books Penelope is the forefront of the third book, or if they're just making it more like that for the show. I don't know. But for me, I would really like it if the preview really talked more about Colin and Colin stepping into his own, and Colin trying to find love and then falling in love with Penelope, where it feels like it's more like Penelope is like the star. Like, this is about her makeover. Like, yes, Colin gets a makeover. And yes, does he look good in the season? Yes, because every Bridgerton gets a makeover. I was very worried for season 2 because I could not stand Anthony's look in season 1. But goddamn, did he look good in season 2. Yes, Colin looks great. I've never been a huge fan of Colin, to be completely honest. He looks like he's had a makeover. He looks like he's going to have that suave kind of thing. So I am looking forward to seeing that. But I do think that this season is just so much about Penelope that it should be called Featherington. Really, it shouldn't be called Bridgerton, because I feel like, yeah, she's going to become a Bridgerton, but the story is really going to be navigating around Penelope, which I'm not upset about. Like, I'm not mad about it. I just feel like it's going to feel like a very different season, because it's going to feel so much more about Penelope than it does about Colin. Also, I was a little bit confused, though, by this trailer, because I don't know if this trailer was just for part 1, because remember, they're being evil to us and have decided to split the season into 2 parts.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Why? I do not know. I don't know if this is like Netflix's new thing where they're like, oh, well, these are really popular shows, so we have to have people drag it out. I hate it. I can't stand it, but it is what it is. We must live with it, Bridgerton friends. We must live with it. So I am wondering if this trailer was just for part 1, because it didn't give us a lot of like the steaminess that supposedly is going to be happening. You know, Nicola, who plays Penelope, has really talked about how this season's very steamy. Trailer didn't really show that. So I wonder if the steaminess is like in the part 2. I don't know. They didn't really tease us with any of that. Like, I know in the other previews they've kind of teased us with like dress being ripped or something like a like a gasp or something that is like a very sexual thing. Like, I feel like they didn't show anything like that. She's gonna get a makeover. Colin's gonna like start to have feelings or have doubts or have thoughts about Penelope that he didn't think he would. So I don't know. Let me know in a comment below if you felt the same way, but I really felt like this trailer was not for the season but just for part 1. We also see that there's going to be a new love interest for Penelope. I don't know if this love interest for Penelope is an actual love interest, or are we going to find out that he's like a douchebag and Colin's going to like fight for her and be like, no, he's a bad guy. Like, I really don't know. I mean, from the preview that we saw from this preview, it seemed like he seems like a nice guy that's like actually interested in, you know, meeting her and dancing with her. And I love that this person is put into the story just to be the foil, just to be the person that's going to make Colin jealous and then realize like, shit, do I have feelings for Penelope? Like, why do I feel this way about the fact that this guy's dancing with her and I want it to be me kind of thing, right? That's what this is really kind of showcasing. So I don't know. I hope that the guy is generally just like a nice guy and he just loses in the end. And not that he's going to be like a typical, like a douchebag and then Colin finds out and then he's got to be like convince Penelope. I don't know. That's just me. Because it would be nice if it was literally like just a good guy that really wants to love Penelope, and Penelope is then having to figure out like, shit, like this guy's a really good person, but I've always loved Colin. Like, I hope it's more of that and not that he's just like a douchebag, right? I feel like that would be like an easy sellout. Obviously did see a lot of Penelope in this. Again, I think that she's going to be the forefront of the season, obviously. Do love the makeover that they kind of show her getting. I do think Nicola is going to be amazing this season. I'm very excited to see her. I'm not worried about her as Penelope. She's always been fantastic. She's a fantastic actress. She was that one scene where she's like, Colin tells her like, oh, I want you to just, you know, kind of show me like where you're at. And you see her kind of like talking to the men and she's like, oh my God, what a nice day outside it is, right? Hilarious. I think she's going to kill that comedic timing because I know she is funny. I have seen Dairy Girls and she is so funny in that. So I know she's going to really bring it for this in that comedy chop kind of area. But I know she can also bring it with the drama. And I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing her freaking have Colin in his place. I do think, though, is the fact that this preview didn't really show Colin really groveling or really wanting to, like, you know, or really, really being in the pits, you know, because we saw that little teaser trailer, which, by the way, if you didn't see my teaser clip reaction, please go ahead and check it out right over here. But, like, I didn't feel like this really showed like him like groveling, and I want him to grovel because he has put Penelope through hell by freaking friend zoning her the way that he has and not realizing that she's like completely in love with him and not realizing like what a great girl he had in front of him this whole time. So I hope she doesn't just like forgive what he did at the end of season 2 very easily. I hope that there's a little bit of a like, yeah, you're gonna work hard before you can like get me back in your good graces, because if she just forgives him so easily, like it's gonna be kind of like, ugh, oh, that was too quick, you know, like, I also did notice, it looked like the Violet might have a love interest. Did y'all notice that? Because I really noticed that it seemed like Violet had a love interest, and I am here for it. Violet deserves some love in her life, as we can see, as we actually noticed in Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, which, by the way, if you have not seen those reactions, please check out that reaction video right over here. Like, she said that she was in blue, meaning she wanted to like have someone, you know, she was lonely, and I hope she finds someone. It looked like there was a man that she was kind of like eyeing next to her, so maybe, just maybe. So I do have to talk about one thing that was very much missing.
Where is Anthony and Kate?
I am so worried that we're not going to have enough of Anthony and Kate. And yes, we all know that the season's not about them anymore, but they barely showed us things, like such little things. Granted, season 2 wasn't really about Daphne and Simon anymore. And yeah, she was in the season a little bit, but Simon wasn't even in it. He said, bye, I did my time. I did season 1, bye. But this season, obviously, they're both in it. You see a quick little, you see a little bit of the dancing scene that we saw before. We saw them like kiss. We have a little kissing moment, which is cute. You see that there's still like a little bit of the passion still there. But I want more, and I'm worried. I'm so worried that we're not going to get a lot of them, because I really feel that Jonathan Bailey was extremely busy filming Wicked, filming Fellow Travelers. So he probably didn't have a lot of time to really film stuff. I don't know what Simone Ashley was up to, but I'm a little bit worried that we're not going to get more of them, because I really do. I really need my Anthony fix. And
You are the bane of my existence. And the object of all my desires.
And I hope we get them in this season. If I get them for like 2 episodes, I'm going to be so sad, because I need more of them in my life. I need more of them. I mean, there was this one moment I just about died, was when they're all in the carriage and they're like, oh my God, brother, like, when did you get so like, you know, like muscular and stuff? And Anthony has the smile on his face. Just love him. I love him so much. We came a long way from season 1, y'all. So I really hope he has some wise words for Sir Colin Bridgerton this season about finding love with Penelope. Also, they showed this one day at the end when, you know, is there a fire at Penelope's house? Like, what is going on? There was like kind of like smoke, and he comes to her door and he's like, Penelope. And this all comes back down to my number one thing of, I don't know how this chemistry is going to read for me. People are gasping, are excited, and I'm telling you guys, I am so excited for season 3. I cannot wait. And like I said at the beginning of this video,
I really hope they surprise me.
I hope they kick it out of the park. I hope that by the end of the whole season that I'm like, damn, I was wrong. The chemistry was there. They were so good. I hope I am corrected. But yeah, let me know in a comment below. What did you think about this trailer? Are you excited? What are you worried about? Do you think that this is going to be better than season 2? I don't know. And y'all, I can even throw in Queen Charlotte or Bridgerton's story in there, because Charlotte and George, the chemistry was off the charts with them. And I could feel it. I can see it. I could breathe it.
She's got a point.
The fact that I didn't feel that way while this preview was happening, that's not good. Yes, they had some moments where I was like, okay, maybe they can get me. I don't know. I don't know if the trailer sold it enough for me with the chemistry. But yeah, guys, it's not that I'm not excited. I'm super excited. Please don't think that I'm not excited for the season, because I really am, and I can't wait to cover it on this channel. By the way, if you haven't checked out all my other recaps for Bridgerton season 2 and Queen Charlotte reactions, please go and check out these playlists right over here. Bye!